All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect, Tabernacle of David out there, listening, learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Until all is fulfilled, the Lord will, we are redeemed. It's the brother Azariah, back with another lesson through the Spirit. And real quick, I want to touch on Trump. DJ Trump. Earlier today, he put through an executive order, pretty much ordering that all federal grants and loans is on freeze. Right now, this is significant because he ain't even been in office for 2 weeks yet, and he already coming in pretty much overhauling the system. Now, we already know this goes into the Hegelian dialectic, the NWO, in which these devils, from the chaos that the prior cabinet caused, Trump is now here to clean it up. You see, so in response to that, he's bringing about all these executive orders, which in theory, it being set in place to correct the damage that was done by the Biden regime. All right, but when you really look behind the scenes of what these executive orders are all about, because he signed about 200 on the first day, right? He signed about 200 plus executive orders on the first day. And, this right here was part of it. So these things are beginning to take effect. And mind you, like I said, he hasn't even been in office 2 weeks yet, and it's already going down. So what's to come for the next few months down the line? Well, it's going to be more of these executive orders, unrighteous decrees, and things of that nature. And really, the Trump cabinet is putting these things out as if this is to benefit the American people, as if, we need to overhaul the system because the old one wasn't working. So this new one is going to work. That's the logic behind it. But we're going to get into it today that these same orders that are being put in place is actually going to kill America. All right. So contrary to what Trump said, America is not about to enter into a golden age. It's about to, completely tank, and this place is on the way out. All right. So we're going to tap into this right here. This article, it says Trump orders sweep and freeze for federal grants and loans, right? See that right there. So we're going to tap into it. It says, in a significant shift in federal funding policy, President Donald Trump's administration has mandated a temporary halt on all federal grants and loans starting Tuesday. This sweeping directive threatens to disrupt a variety of vital programs across the nation, including those focused on education, healthcare, housing assistance, disaster relief, pay attention, and numerous other initiatives that rely on substantial federal financial support, which amounts to billions of dollars annually. Okay, so the things that this order is going to affect is what? Healthcare, okay, which a lot of people in America, they don't have good healthcare anyway. So a lot of people pretty much, it was an act under, I think Obama put it in place where if you're like in dire need of healthcare, like it's a medical emergency, then you can go to the ER and pretty much you can get the care, right? But with this new order that Trump has put in place now, that's not going to be allowed, because what's going to happen now is that these hospitals, all right, also housing assistance, Section 8, and these government benefits that people get, disaster relief, FEMA, like Trump just completely cut out FEMA, all right? Trump is like, FEMA is corrupt because of the, the whole thing that happened with the North Carolina, up there in the mountains, that whole thing was crazy. Although that was deliberate, but again, order out of chaos. This is being used to justify these unrighteous decrees, all right, and other initiatives, you see. So the main government programs and subsidies that people depended on in the system to get by, Trump is coming in and he's Xing it out, all right. So it says in a memo issued on Monday, that acting director of the Office of Management and Budget, responsible for formulating and overseeing the federal budget, announced that these funds will be suspended while the administration conducts a comprehensive review of all existing grants and loans. And see, it's not going to stop at these few things. See, very soon, it's not going to be no SNAP, it's not going to be no WIC, it's not going to be no Section 8. Well, pretty much the precedent has already been set for Section 8 to be eradicated. Okay, FEMA, which was a government relief agency, that's now being cut. All right, so listen, as we told you, all right, especially for these Babylonians, these government programs that people depend on to get by, food stamps and all that, they about to pull the plug on the system. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and things like that. That's all about to be gone. All right, and guess what? If you do want to receive certain benefits that's going to come with this system, you're going to have to receive the MOTB. You have to, receive that Neuralink or that chip that's going to go in your right hand. You see, so these devils are setting up a system in which you're going to be so down and out, you're going to have to go to them. All right, you're going to have to go down to Egypt for help, as it is written. All right, so this right here, man, this is nothing more than a cunningly devised plan that was thought of in a think tank. All right, and these devils are now bringing it forth. You see, and pursuant to Revelation 12:12, the devil knows he has a short time, so they're moving fast on these things. Okay, why you think Trump signed 200 executive orders on day one? Because this is a warp speed agenda now. You know what I'm saying? It's not 2030. It's not 2026. This is right now. Okay, they gotta do these things right now because they hearing what the men of the Lord is saying, and they all so seeing what's going on in the earth at the same time, and they know, like, yo, damn, we gotta hurry up and put these things in effect, because shit, we might not have another 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So this is that great wrath that the devil was coming down with. Now let's tap into let's tap into this right here. All right, because this is what's included. This is pretty much what these freezes is going to mean for the American citizen. Now, I think I think it was the Supreme Court. I think they froze that order. Some things in that executive order. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fully effective just yet. But it is still, set to come forth. All right. So it says right here, the funding freeze could affect trillions of dollars, at least temporarily, and cause widespread disruption in healthcare research, education programs, and other initiatives. So you see, these devils understand that this system is done. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much ran it into the ground. Why do you think with the whole Biden presidency, they continue to print all this money, send all this money overseas with Ukraine and Israel, and just printing money out of thin air? What do you think all that was all about? That was all about raising the debt to an insurmountable level to where America could never really overcome that. So the only solution to that is to just collapse everything. Okay? Now let's get that scripture real quick. Bear with me one moment. Because America has laden itself with thick clay. All right? This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And that's Esau, Edom. Okay, because that's all this man do. He go around the earth, he covered lands, he covered identities, appropriates it for himself, removed the landmarks, You know what I'm saying? And he appropriates it to himself, man. Okay, this is what the devil has been set up to do, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's Esau, Edom, right? But there's a proverb now coming up against this man. Woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. When you go into that word thick clay there, it goes into the Hebrew word ibadiat, okay, which means debt, or in this case, thick clay means heavy debt. Okay, so when you look up the debt that America is in, right now, it's sitting at about 34.3 trillion, right? So as of September 2024, the total national debt of the United States is approximately 34.3 trillion and counting. All right, and I think the figure right now is that the debt increases $1 million every 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So what do you know, there's no way that you can pay that back. But see, they don't plan on paying this debt back. They just plan on running it up until everything collapses around them. Then let's also get this as well, because you know, your man Trump, you know, he's also talking about you know, tariffs and things like that. All right, but matter of fact, let's finish out on this, you know, what these you know, what this funding freeze is going to entail. So it says the funding freeze could affect trillions of dollars, at least temporarily, and cause widespread disruption in healthcare research, education programs, and other initiatives. Even grants that have been awarded but not spent are supposed to be halted. The use of federal resources to advance Marxist equity, transgenderism, and Green New Deal social engineering policies is a waste of taxpayer dollars that does not improve the day-to-day lives of those we serve. Now, when you look at the rhetoric coming out from Trump when he first came in and when he was campaigning, his thing was what? MAGA. Okay, make America great again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cut this program. We're going to cut that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tax our trade partners, okay, to make America more prosperous again. Now he's even talking about abolishing the income tax, taking away the IRS, which to the people, this seems like a good thing. But they don't really understand, you know, what this entails for them. All right, really, you about to go through the worst hell that you've ever experienced in America. All right, especially for you tribes, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all about to catch supreme hell. Okay, and you know, this is nothing more than the great wrath of the devil coming down. All right, so it says right here, it says Medicaid, right, which Medicaid is what? For those that don't know, Medicaid is a federal system of health insurance for people requiring financial assistance. So pretty much Medicaid is for low-income recipients that otherwise do not make enough money to afford their own health care, so they receive it through the government, right? So it says Medicaid is notably not exempt from the White House directive. The U.S. Health and Human Services Agency doles out over $500 billion to states in a joint partnership to run Medicaid, the nation's healthcare coverage for about 80 million of the poorest Americans, including millions of children. All right, so a lot of people about to suffer if they don't got no healthcare, man. Okay, people are more sick than ever. Like, this devil is, you know, bringing down various diseases. You know what I'm saying? He's poisoning the food, poisoning the water. He poisoned everything. Okay, so people are in a position to where they need this healthcare. And guess what? When he cuts these programs and you can't get it no more, and when he presents the solution, when he dangle that carrot and says, yeah, you gotta, you know, catch one of them, or, you know, you have to get an implant, you know, that's all you need to do. People gonna fall into that, you know, hook, line, and sinker. Okay? And these are all snares, man. These are all snares that are set up to you know, get people to you know, forsake Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, but the elect won't be deceived. All right, so This is what you have going on. This is what these devils, and listen, the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and apostles, told you that none of these politicians have your best interests at heart. None of these people care about you, man. All right, yeah, they may talk like they care and like, oh yeah, we want to do this, this, and that, but behind the scenes, these people working for the elites. Okay, Trump is tapped in with the deep state. All right, so what do you expect him to do? Okay, he's gonna perform the agenda of his handlers, of his masters, those who pay him. All right, those who allow him to prosper and thrive in this society, man, which are the small hats. All right, so you know, to us, this is not a shock. You know, this is not something that's like, oh my goodness, you know, how could he know? See, we already knew this was coming, and you know, we've been warning as the watchmen. All right, so millions are about to be affected by this Medicaid halt. Millions are going to be affected as well by you know, housing, Section 8 and things like that, SNAP, WIC, and all these programs, man. And really, quiet as kept. They're really cutting these programs because they ready to go to war. Okay, they cutting these programs because they're about to put all the revenue, all the money that they're getting, that they're putting into these programs. They're going to cut that and put this into the war effort. That's really what they're doing. Trump, man, let me see if I can pull that up, because Trump just announced today that they want to build a Iron Dome, right? Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. So this is where the money is about to go. The money is about to go into war. Okay, as Esau's blessing. Okay, Genesis 27th chapter, thou shalt live by the sword. All right. Let me pull this up real quick. Yep. There we go.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck poop.
Fiber helps you poop, right? Nope. What about drinking lots of...
Yeah, check this out.
I'm directing our new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who's going to be great, by the way. He's what we need. To immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You know, we protect other countries, but we don't protect ourselves.
There are more executive orders coming that we fully support on removing DEI inside the Pentagon, reinstating troops who were pushed out because of COVID mandates, Iron Dome for America. This is happening quickly. And as the Secretary of Defense, it's an honor to salute smartly, as I did as a junior officer and now as the Secretary of Defense, to ensure these orders are complied with rapidly and quickly.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video,
These people are devils, man. Okay, and let me get that scripture as well. You know, because Esau, he's a double-minded man, right? This is James 1:8 in the KJV. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, right? And that's Esau Edom, okay? Because he says one thing and then he does another. You know what I'm saying? Well, he does one thing and then the next minute he's about to switch back around to what he originally said. All right, so that's being double-minded, man. Esau is not a man of integrity, okay? When you go into the account of Esau and Jacob, right, where Esau came in from the field and he was tired, and you know, he told Jacob, like, look, I need something to eat, bro. I'm about to die, I'm faint, you know, I'm tired, you know, give me some of that uncooked red pottage, okay? And what did he do? He gave up his birthright to get a temporary moment of satisfaction, a temporary moment of comfort, man. Okay, so really you could say that's like Esau sold his soul for one morsel of meat. All right, which shows you that the nigga ain't right, man. Okay, it shows you that the nigga don't have no integrity at all. All right, because he wasn't thinking about his descendants after him. You know, Esau wasn't thinking about his, great grandchildren. No, he was like, man, F them. I need to eat right now because I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? After all, what did Esau say? He said, what good is this birthright going to be to me if I'm dead? All right, so that's the devil for you, man. All right, so what kind of integrity can you expect these Edomites to have, man? They don't have it in them. It's not in them to be upright and upstanding. Okay, Habakkuk 2 in verse 4 says that the spirit which is lifted up in him is not upright. You see, so Esau, he doesn't have the capability to be a righteous man. Okay, he's the wicked according to the scriptures. You see, and the things that he's speaking of, the things that he's boasting in, okay, chipping you, you know what I'm saying, making your ass starve, man. These are things that these devils revel in. Okay, they get excited. You know what I'm saying? Esau gets a hard on to put hell on your ass, man. Okay, going back to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, his desire is to make. Matter of fact, let me just get it. You know, his desire is to make the earth a living hell. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2. I think that's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, his perverse philosophies, his wicked way of life. Okay, he pushes these things unto the people and to the other nations. Okay, so much so now to where the other nations are even bugged out on this man's way of wickedness, right? It says he is a proud man, the most proud in fact, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. There you go. Okay, this man has enlarged his desire as hell upon the earth. This man has literally created hellish conditions on earth, and especially for you Jace, you Israelites, okay, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This man has made your existence on this earth a living hell. All right, even down to his own people. Everybody's complaining about this man's rule. Proverbs 29, right, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. It says, who enlarges his desire is hell and is as death. Okay, so Esau, he's been set up really as like a death angel on the left-hand side by the Heavenly Father, because everything this man touched, it begins to die, man. Everything is, anywhere he goes, death follows him. All right, and that's verified through history. All right, it says and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what he's trying to do with this NWO. He's trying to gather unto him all nations, all people, and rule over them. Okay, because really Esau, what this whole NWO is all about is he's trying to establish his pseudo blessing upon the earth. Okay, just like the Israelites are promised everlasting dominion, you know what I'm saying? We're going to rule over the heathen. We're going to rule over all the nations. That's what Esau is trying to do on the left-hand side. So all of, the cogs in the wheel that he's moving towards this NWO is to achieve that exact goal. Okay, and part of it is to severely depopulate the earth, get you Israelites out the way so that there will be no rightful inheritance in his mind to inherit the kingdom of heaven. So when he's the only one left, the elites of Esau, the Most High is going to look at him and be like, well, you know what, Esau, I know I told you that I was going to destroy your ass and, I'm going to do away with you and you're going to be a slave. But you know what, since you destroyed your brother Jacob, I'm going to put you back in the seat of rulership and then you're going to have the kingdom. See, this is the twisted mind of this devil, man. That's truly what he believes is going to happen. All right, he's delusional, he's deluded. Okay, but see, the Most High is going to bring this devil back to reality when he begins to shake this nigga down. All right, and he's doing it right this moment, man. See, he's allowed Esau to delude himself in his pride. All right, because right now Esau, like you saw what Trump was saying during his inauguration, oh yeah, we're in the golden era of America, we're going to bring back American power, we're going to bring back American manufacturing. We're going to make the American people have more money. All right. America is going to be the greatest nation on the face of the earth. All right. This is the boasting of the proud. Okay. He's become so delusional that he's become proud in falsehood, man. And see, it's all going to come to an end when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai X's this man out for good. Okay, when this man is in chains in the kingdom, that's when he gonna realize that all of what he imagined, okay, was all vanity. You see? Now when you go, now we can deal with the tariffs, right? When you go to these tariffs, all right, let's do this, okay? Because these tariffs, right? He's saying it like these tariffs are gonna benefit the citizen, as if you're gonna have more money in your pocket at the end of the day, okay? Because what these tariffs really entail is, because right now I think he's gonna tariff China, Canada, and Mexico, all right? So what Trump is about to do is he's about to impose different percentages of a tax, okay? I think China is like 75% tax on their imports. Canada is around 40, and Mexico I think is like around the same, around 40%, all right? But what's going to happen is the consumer, okay, that tariff, the price is going to trickle down to the consumer, because these companies, they can't absorb the prices of all these tariffs, and damn sure these nations are not going to continue to trade with America if these tariffs continue to be imposed. Okay, that's really like a form of a sanction on these nations, right? And we already know that the BRICS, they're becoming more integrated, they're becoming more stronger, they're trading more amongst themselves, which that's the BRICS was really set up to circumvent the sanctions of America. Okay, so now the dollar is weakening. Now there's not as much of a demand for the dollars overseas. So now they're starting to come back home, which is going to lead to what? More inflation. So let's get this right here. Trump's tariffs are expected to raise prices for consumers. You see that? As they increase the cost of imported goods, which can lead to higher retail prices. It says, additionally, while some domestic industries may benefit in the short term, the overall economic impact is likely to be negative. You can't make this up, okay? Because Trump, he's touting this thing is, oh, we're gonna, become great again off of these tariffs. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna make our enemies pay for our imports. No, that ain't how it's working, right? Let's read on. It says, the overall economic impact is likely to be negative, potentially leading to job losses. Job losses, right? So more people about to lose their job, which is going to affect the economy. The economy is going to continue to tank, and the economy is already messed up. So when you really look at what this man is doing, it's quite, when you really tap into it and be like, damn, this man the devil. But when you really look into it, it's like, yo, this man is really pushing forth the agenda hardcore on the people now. You see? So more job loss in other sectors and reduced consumer purchasing power, okay, which ultimately translates to what? The dollar is on the way out. That's what it means, okay? Because if the people are going to have to give more dollars to get the same product or less of the same product, that means what? People are going to have to work more, okay, which people are already working more. So how much longer can you go on in a system like this to where these devils are putting a squeeze on you? Okay, they putting a squeeze on you. So now, even down to the eggs, because the whole avian influenza, they having to delete millions of chickens and ducks and things like that. You see what I'm saying? It says right here from USA Today, egg costs predicted to rise in 2025, despite Vance saying prices are going to come down. So these people, all right, they're literally playing in your face, man. Okay, they're blatantly lying to you in the open, right? And those that don't know no better, they're going to take this for, face value and say, oh yeah, well, Trump, he's putting tariffs down and he's abolishing the IRS and he's doing this and he's doing that. So he really is for the American people, right? But you're going to find out that no, he's not, okay? As a matter of fact, he's going to declare at the end that he's against your ass, all right? It says, as of January 17th, avian influenza or bee flu has impacted more than 136 million poultry across 50 states since January 22. Let's check this out. Hold on. Try to get this video to play. If not, it's all good. All right. I'll just read on. Making eggs for breakfast might become more challenging as the common grocery item is expected to become pricier throughout the year, despite Vice President J.D. Vance recently saying otherwise. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or the USDA's price outlook, egg prices are predicted to increase about 20% in 2025, compared to about 2.2% for overall food prices. And this is not to account for the tariffs as well. Okay, this is without the tariffs. All right, so that 20% on eggs, you can make that damn near 50% increase on eggs. Okay, so this listen, man, this is about to be crazy. See, this is what's about to cause 2nd Ezra 16 and 15, man, and we can get that in a minute. It says the USDA attributed the rise in egg costs to the highly pathogenic avian influenza or bee flu outbreak, which has caused a strain in supply. It says the price hike is not sudden, as egg costs rose 36.8% more in December 2024 than in December 23, but we're still below peak prices from January 23. According to the USDA, the outlook says retail egg prices climbed 8.4% in December 24 and continue to experience a volatile month-to-month change. So eggs, right? Eggs are supposed to be a cheap source of food. Like I remember prior to the pandemic, like you could get a dozen eggs for like $1, $2, $3 max. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of eggs that you like. But eggs are eggs. I mean, eggs are, eggs is not like you buying beef. It's not like you buying, some expensive cut of meat. It's eggs. Okay, everybody eats eggs. Everybody get, butter and olive oil and stuff like that. But even the eggs now, even the cheap food is now beginning to become unaffordable. So what is the outlook for your life in general? Okay, everything is about to go up more. Okay, housing, okay, rent, expect crazy rent increases this year. Expect car insurance. Like, for example, like my car insurance just went up. Mind you, I haven't been in any type of collision or accident for 5 going on 6 years now, but it's still going up. You see what I'm saying? Homeowners insurance, property tax, all these things are about to increase, which contributes to what? The squeeze on the American citizen. All right, so when these devils tell you that we about to make, America better, really what they saying is that they're about to make your life a living hell. Okay, because remember, Esau, he got that forked tongue. All right, and that's how he moved, man. This man moved like a serpent. Okay, very, very slick, very cunning. You know what I'm saying? Especially Trump, because that's why they put Trump out there, because he got that charisma. Trump got that, way with words. You know what I'm saying? He's very persuasive. He's a very likable character. You know what I'm saying? People know Trump, so it's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put this nigga out here, and people gonna eat it up. All right. But it ain't gonna last for too much longer, man, because people are on to this devil. You see, people are on to this devil, and his time is short, and he knows that. This is why the squeeze is about to get even tighter. All right, so this right here, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and we can start at verse 14. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." Verse 17 says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Let me not miss that point. It says In verse 18, the beginning of famine and great death. Okay, also great death is about to envelop the earth, man. Because like the show I went into yesterday, these devils are talking about mass, depopulation of the earth. Okay, to where they plan on knocking off 7.5 billion people off the planet this year. All right, so I can't get into it, but you can only imagine the means that they're gonna take to reach that goal, and it's already happening. Okay, in great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay, when you go into tribulation, right? What does tribulation mean? Tribulation means trouble, a cause of great trouble or suffering, right? And that's what these devils are inducing on the people, man. They're inducing a time of great trouble and suffering, okay, which is going to lead to what? Them to implement their new order, their new system in which they're going to address and correct these troubles and problems that people have. All right, this is what the whole, GR is all about. And this is where artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics and all these things are going to also play a part. Virtual reality, augmented reality, the fourth industrial revolution, all these things encompass solving the quote-unquote issues of mankind, which is really caused by these devils that are in charge. Okay, so really their solution is not the answer. The real solution is to get rid of the root of the problem, okay, which are the Edomites. Okay, the so-called white people that are at the very top, the elites, mainly Amalek. The answer is to get rid of them. Okay, that's when the earth is going to be at peace. That's when people can breathe easy. But as it is right now, as long as these devils have dominion over the earth, you will never see peace. Okay, this is why we need Yahweh Shah to come back and put these devils out their misery, man, because this is clearly gone way too far. You know what I'm saying? Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, okay, which is basically judgment. You know what I'm saying? These plagues and famine and things, wars, these things are sent as plagues to punish people for their wickedness. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals, okay, which is basically food and provisions, right, shall be so good, cheap upon earth. Right now, food is relatively cheap. All right, you can still go to the market and get a can of beans for $1. You know what I'm saying? But very soon, that same can of beans that people wasn't worried about, you know what I'm saying, that was in abundance, is going to become scarce. So therefore, the price of it is going to go up even higher. Okay, and when these tariffs take full effect, that's when you're going to really see these scriptures jump off the page, man. Okay, people are going to be fighting over food. They're going to be fighting over resources. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be killing each other over, resources and food, man. And we're going to get that. Okay? It says, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. This is the judgment of Yahweh Bashmil Shah. You know what I'm saying? When you go on to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, it tells you that Babylon can't be healed. Okay, this place is going to be thrown down, man. You know what I'm saying? This place ain't about to stand for too much longer because of all the wickedness that has been going on here, man. All right. 2nd Ezra 8, verse 50. And it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them, that in the latter time, the time that we're in now, the time of the last days, the last seconds of the last days. And speaking on that, they just I think they just moved the doomsday clock. Matter of fact, let me get the exact the exact time. So yeah, I just seen this earlier today. Okay, yeah, so they just moved the doomsday clock to 89 seconds till midnight, the closest it has ever been. And every year they say that. Every year they say this is the closest that we've ever been to doomsday, when really the Lord put the spirit on these devils to make a doomsday clock, man. Because this is the spiritual clock of how much time these devils got left before the Most High take their ass out. All right, so the fact now that it's at 89 seconds, all right, just a little over a minute long. Okay, these devils don't even have a minute left to rule, man. That's how little time that they have. Call all Yahweh Bashmel Shai. You see? But they just moved it to 89 seconds. All right, so that right there, if nothing else, should tell you that we're in a very crucial time right now. Okay? Yeah, to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So, you know, it says, for many great miseries, man, all this suffering, and the people ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, Yahweh Shai told us that in the last days it's gonna be what? Sorrows and great mournings. Okay, the beginning of sorrows. Right, so we only in the beginning of this. Right now you got ICE, you know what I'm saying, going around rounding up Jake, you know what I'm saying, putting him in detention centers, deporting them, you know what I'm saying, whether you're a citizen or not. As long as you look like a typical brown person, okay, a typical Israelite, they're gonna round your ass up and they're gonna throw your ass out. Okay, which I was watching, my brother did a video earlier today. You know, he's pretty much saying that, you know, that's a blessing in a disguise. Okay, which really it is, man, because the Most High is getting you out of, you know, harm's way. Because this place about to go through fire, man. This place about to go through great tribulation. So you don't want to be in America when this stuff go down. Okay, that's why we pray to be kept from these evils, man. That's why we pray that the Lord keep a hedge of protection around us when these people start getting judged out here, man. Because we don't want no parts. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've spiritually removed ourselves from this world. All right. 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, which this is modern day spiritual Egypt, man. Okay. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Bashmel Shai shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with a fearful constellation. Yeah, judgment. The farmers are mourning. Okay, the Most High putting the spirit on the elites to come down hard on the farmers. Why? Because they want to induce an artificial famine, okay, to starve people out and add to the depopulation agenda, to add to the death. You see? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition or uprisings, protests, rebellions, right, among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Because why? Why is this going to happen? Why are the citizens not going to regard their kings nor princes? Well, it's because they're going to realize, and it's already happening, that they full of shit. That wait a minute. You know, these people don't have our best interests. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying, they out here passing laws against us. They over here, you know what I'm saying, putting us in detention centers for speaking the truth, for making certain posts on social media. These people are devils. Okay, this is why they're not going to regard them in a very short time. All right, you're going to be seeing rebellions all over the place, man. Hey, the scriptures tell you the time of Jacob's trouble going to be like a time never seen before and shall not likewise not be seen again. So you can think of the worst time on the planet Earth that you know of. Okay, World War II, World War I, the Spanish flu. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's going to be worse than all of that. 70 AD, it's going to be worse than all of that combined, man. People ain't ready. Then on top of that, you're going to have apparitions out here. Okay, the Most High going to have unknown wild beasts come out the cut, be putting people to death. Right? You're going to have the chariots out here heavy. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a concoction, what's the word? Amalgamation of judgment that's going to come down upon the land. And really ain't nobody ready for this, man. And you know, even us, listen, this is why we got to have faith and pray, because we've never seen anything like what we about to see. Even us, like, you know what I'm saying, we know what's about to come, but it's even going to shake us up. You know what I'm saying? It's even going to make us fear the Lord even more because, again, we've never seen these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we read it and we have faith that it's going to happen, but to see it and be in the midst of it is going to be a whole different ball game. Okay, that's why your faith got to be built up to endure these times. All right? It says, this is verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city. Lockdowns are coming. You know, checkpoints are going to be set up throughout these cities. All right, it's going to be a time of martial law. They're going to shut everything down and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And for what? For great tribulation. So it's about to be no mercy out here. Okay, it's about to be dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? Very ruthless, very cutthroat. All right, we go to 2nd Ezra 6. Right, we go to 2nd Ezra 6 to tell you that friends shall fight one against another like enemies. All right, 2nd Ezra 6. And matter of fact, I'm going to start at 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Why is this? Okay, friends are going to fight one against another like enemies because in that time, the only reason why people right now have are pretty much cool to be around is because they ain't catching no hell yet like that. Okay, the only reason why people are come around and have just like to be around you and stuff like that is because everybody has right now. You can still see food, you know what I'm saying? You can still go and have a good time on the weekend or catch a drink or catch a game, whatever the case may be. These things are still relatively intact right now. But in the case when society completely breaks down, that's when you're going to see the real demons in these people come out. That's when you're going to see the real, who these people really are. Okay? You're going to see the most grimiest, the most cutthroat, the most degenerate side of people come out, man. Okay? Because you got to keep in mind, too, these people are not operating in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So when it's really on, it's going to be on like that. Okay? People not going to have no mercy, no type of compassion. Okay? No type of love. The scriptures say that the love of many shall wax cold, right? Because iniquity shall abound. Well, these are the times that we're in. Okay, to where it's going to be extremely ruthless out here in these streets, man. It's going to be like The Purge, Forever Purge, election year, movies like that, The Road, you know what I'm saying? These things are about to be reality in your face. So you better know who you're going to call on when these perilous times come, okay? Where was I at? I lost my place. Okay, Salakia, verse 24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Okay? So the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is bringing great judgment upon this earth, man, and it's well deserved for the wicked. Okay, because you gotta keep in mind, these things are coming for the wicked. These things are not coming for those that fear the Lord, those that are seeking Yahweh Shemel Shai. So like, these things are coming for those that think they got it all figured out. And in that day, whatever you trust in, if it's not Yahweh Shemel Shai, the Lord is going to make you call on your guys. Okay, the Lord is going to make you call on whatever you believe in, whether it's your money, your car, you think that you can save yourself. The Lord is going to give you over unto that and see if that's going to work. And guess what? It ain't going to work. Okay? The Lord going to have you confounded in that day because you ain't choose to confide in him. All right? Because really, this whole story, this whole walk, it's all about faith, man. It's all about, do you believe or do you not? And we coming into the time where it's going to be the hour of temptation, where you're going to be tempted with the chip. You're going to be tempted with, bowing down to this man's system. Okay? You're going to be tempted with hunger. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be tempted with all sorts of trials out here, man. But it's necessary because what? The scriptures say that we must be tried as gold is tried in the fire. Okay, when gold goes through the fire, that's a what? A refining process to get rid of what? Impurities. Okay, so if you claim to serve the Lord, if you claim to, be a true believer, well, guess what? The Lord gonna put you to the test. All right, because right now it's real easy to say that I believe in Yahweh Shai and I do this and I do that because things are comfortable. All right, but when you face uncomfortability, that's going to be the real test. Okay, when you're faced with hunger, when you're faced with people trying to get over on you and trying to put you to death and people slandering and all this type of stuff, that's going to be the real test to see where your faith is really at. Okay, so if you're not really grounded in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you're going to fold. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to make it. This is why you got to continuously pray to Yahweh Shai, work out your own salvation so that you may be deemed worthy. Okay, pray to escape the trying times coming upon this earth, man. That the Lord be with you in these times. You know what I'm saying? Give you an increase in the spirit. Give you wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Okay, give you stability overall, man. Okay, increase your faith so that you can be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. Okay, because Esau, he's coming with many wiles. All right, and this is only the beginning of the end of America, man. Okay, we ain't seen nothing yet. Like, come later on this year, like a couple months down the line, you're gonna be seeing the EU start bucking up. Matter of fact, it was another article. Let me see if I can get that real quick. I hope I'm not all over the place. But it was an article. Yeah, check this out. I seen this. I was like, damn, Esau, Revelation 17 and 16 is really about to be on and popping. Yeah, look at this. It says the EU is threatens to what it says. It says EU threatens to deploy troops to Greenland and refuses to negotiate with Trump. So now the EU was like, man, to hell with Trump, because remember now Trump is talking about he wants to take Greenland and this and that, and a Danish politician was like, yo, Trump, F off. You know what I'm saying? Because Greenland has been a part of our kingdom territory for hundreds of years. You ain't about to come over here and talk about you about to take Greenland. Like, what? You crazy. All right, so now they ready to stand up against America with military force. This is Revelation 17 and 16 to the T right here. Okay, Trump been talking big shit against their EU and NATO allies, man. So it's only a matter of time before these prophecies be fulfilled. Like, we're in that time, okay, to where the beast is hating the whore. All right, Turkey is ready to leave the NATO alliance. You see what I'm saying? So Esau, these devils got a lot going on, man. But on top of the tariffs, you know what I'm saying, on top of the egg shortages and job loss and people being disgruntled, unhappy with the government, man, this place is ripe to be destroyed. Okay, on top of the judgments, the so-called natural disasters that the Lord is bringing on this land, which are plagues. Okay, these things are going to finish America off. You see? A lot of people that took that sauce a couple years ago, they about to go back to the spirit world. You see what I'm saying? So this is about to be a very crucial, trying time. Okay, these federal grants and loans, you know what I'm saying, government programs about to be cut. So people about to be in a very tough position out here, man. And we just pray that, we be kept, that, you sincere brothers and sisters out there be kept as well, and that the Lord be with us all. Because, hey, nothing else in this world is going to give us comfort, you know what I'm saying, like how we going to get that reassurance and that strength in the spirit from Yahweh Shai. So, just to know that we in crunch time, things are coming down to the wire. And, also prepare yourself for temptation. Prepare yourself for more enchantments. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself to go through that straight gate, okay, which leads to righteousness and salvation, man. Don't follow the broad path that people are going to travel down. You know what I'm saying? People are going to, because when the food is cut off and, you know what I'm saying, you lose your job, or you're faced with taking the mark or keeping your house, keeping your car, and eating, you already know what people are going to do. Okay, they're going to take the devil's solution and they're going to be destroyed. okay? Because why? They love their life in this world. So we're in a time where you really got to examine yourself, examine your spirit, know where you stand in this thing, man. Because this thing ain't no joke. Okay, being in this thing, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures say that when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself a temptation. All right, so serving Yahweh Shai is not a light thing, man. All the prophets of old pretty much got put to death. You see what I'm saying? Or they had to go through their hour of temptation, their trial, to prove their faith. So it's no different with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to go through it. And we got to make sure that, we going as hard as we can for the Lord, man, to make our calling and election sure. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out right here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash. In closing, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Shalom to the elect, Kum La Sha'ala, and the Bible Ball. On to the next one. Shalom.